It feels like my dreams are coming true. I'm getting skinny and I have energy and I look better in clothes and I don't think about food at all. So I started this video, I looked in my viewfinder of my camera and I'm like, I am changing clothes. This is a dress that I bought from Target and it's too big and I've never even worn it. This is literally the first time that I've put it on since I bought it, however long ago, and it's too big. I gotta go change clothes. Stand by. Alright, so I'm wearing a shirt that fits, but I have to show you, before I even get into this video, look at this pile of clothes. Look at this pile of clothes. Those are clothes that I'm giving away because of Bright Line eating. I have lost so much weight, they are way too big on me. I am shook. I am shook at the changes in my life and in my body, and it's a wonderful thing. If you want to find out how I have lost with Bright Line eating, cutting out sugar and flour, stay tuned. Subscribe for new videos every Saturday at 12 noon Eastern. Hey you, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Angela. I've been a YouTuber 7, 8, 9 years, don't even know how long. I'm a beauty blogger that's turned more into a mommy blogger. I've been on the Today Show twice, I've been in Oprah Magazine twice, I'm an Oprah Magazine Insider, been in the New York Times twice, USA Today. I'm literally like, what else have I done? I've done so many things, but I'm legit and been in the game a long time, so I invite you to join my family here on YouTube. And I'll tell you, this is a series of videos that I had kind of really gotten into December, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a bunch of YouTube lives and keep everybody updated on my progress on Bright Line eating. Look at this magnetic eyelashes just wanting to poke my eye, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I thought I would do a lot of videos about Bright Line eating, but life has gotten in the way. It is hard to be committed to do a YouTube live like once or twice or even 3 times a week, like, because I got a toddler, I got a 2-year-old son, and my husband's a flight attendant, so he's gone like 3 days a week, like completely gone, like from start to finish, like gone 3 days straight, and I have a full-time job. So this, you know, YouTube thing is like all the Instagram stuff I do, like all the social media I do, those are side hustles for fun. I'm a busy public relations professional for a wonderful corporation that I love, and I just stay super busy with that. So this is kind of taking a back seat because I've been really busy with work and mom life, but I did want to come on here because I felt like I just hit a milestone that I needed to share with the world. So here I am talking about it. So, you know what? I also took notes. I wrote down notes of things to talk about with you guys. Literally, I have like all of these things to talk about with y'all because there's so many things that I feel it's important for you guys to be aware of in the past few weeks that I have made this big transition. So the big news is that I am down 53.4 pounds on my weight loss journey, and the majority of that I have lost with Bright Line eating. So I'm gonna stop right here and say that everybody always is like, oh, I've had literally like more than probably 15 people reach out to me and say, I am looking into Bright Line eating because of you. And so if you direct message me or email me or whatever, with questions, I will always, always, always refer you back to the book Bright Line Eating. And now there's even a cookbook. The very beginning chapters of the cookbook is a high-level overview of the book. I think it's not enough, but if you are just somebody who just wants to dive right in, then get the cookbook and read the first few chapters, you will understand the science behind why this type of eating works for you. Also, go to foodfreedomquiz.com. This is, you know, look, this is not a sponsored video by Bright Line Eating. They do not partner with me in any way, and I'm literally just telling you this because I genuinely believe in the program and it has worked for me as a food addict. So take the Food Freedom Quiz and find out how, you know, how far are you on the scale of susceptibility. I'm a 10 out of 10, and so I know that Bright Line Eating is the best program for me. It has felt effortless, like effortless. Like I was shocked. Even the first 3 days I thought I was going to struggle and it was going to be so hard, and it was totally effortless, and it has been effortless since then. So I'm just like, this is a program that I think a lot of people should try, because if you have a brain like mine, then it could be the program you've been looking for your entire life. I feel like I have done pretty much every diet that you can imagine. I've done Weight Watchers multiple times. I've done HCG. I've done Atkins and keto and LA Weight Loss, which I think was a good second place to Bright Line Eating because it was very structured, which was what I needed. But I feel like Bright Line Eating is like everything. It's like the social support and the predetermining what you're going to eat, so it removes your willpower. It's portion control. It's getting enough nutrients, like the certain foods that you do eat, lots of fruits and vegetables. So I feel like it is everything. And that is why I'm very passionate about this program. All right, let's talk about the things that I am going to update you on. So My starting weight was 210 pounds. I'm 5'2.5", and now I weigh 156.6. My goal weight is probably anywhere between 110 to 125. I'm hoping for 110 because I feel like it will be super powerful to say I lost 100 pounds. Like, that's going to be like, dang, she lost 100 pounds. What? That's like half your body. If you start at 210 and you end up at 110, that's half your body. It's crazy. I have already seen so many non-scale victories just based on where I am right now. Like today I started exercising, which by the way, you're not supposed to do on Bright Light Eating. If you haven't been exercising, you're not supposed to start because it taxes your willpower. But because I've been doing Bright Light Eating since Labor Day, September 8th, I think, I can't remember. But since I've been doing Bright Light Eating this long, I'm like, I think I can start exercising. And I only did like 10 minutes. I was doing lunges and squats and some kettlebell stuff. And I have to tell you that it was so easy to do lunges and squats. And I was like, oh my gosh, 50 pounds ago, this hurt my knees. 50 pounds ago, this was really hard to do lunges. And I would get out of breath. Like walking up the stairs at 200 pounds was like, and now I'm just like, whoo, I'm flying up and down this, flying up and down the stairs. I'm picking up my son. I'm like doing all these things that I just feel that would have been a struggle, 50 pounds ago. And now I'm just like, nothing, no problem. So I'm really, really happy about that. Like beyond the fact that I have lost enough weight that I'm a smaller size, I'm now a size 12. When I started, I think I was like a 16, 18, somewhere around there. And I'm a size 12. Like I literally can't even believe. Last night, I put on Old Navy size 12 shorts, and I put on a size 8 top for Foxcroft because that's a size that runs kind of big. And the size 8 top was a little bit snug, but it fit and it looked good. And I was like, I'm wearing a size 8 top. I probably should lose another 10 pounds before that top will look like it's meant to. Again, it was a little bit snug around the chest area, but I still was like, this is a size 8. I can't even believe it. It's like a shock. So, all right. So I wanted to talk about that. I have so much to tell you guys. This is going to be a really long video, so buckle up, Buttercup. So first of all, I did want to tell you guys that I think I talked about this in a previous video. By the way, in the description box below, I will have a link to my playlist of every Bright Light Eating weight loss video that I've done because I talk about different things in different videos, and I've done a lot of lives. I would like to do more YouTube lives, but again, I'm so busy. The timing is just, kind of not possible usually. So this is like a special occasion that I'm literally sitting down and filming with a camera, and just keeping you guys updated because I really want to share with you my journey as I'm losing because I think that it's important. I look at other people's videos on YouTube who are on the Bright Light Eating journey. I follow people on Instagram who are no sugar, no flour on the Bright Light Eating journey because I'm like inspired by that. So I hope that somebody out there is inspired by what I'm going through. So that is what I think keeps me motivated. So, and I just apologize about my crazy lashes. Y'all don't judge me for that. I don't wear makeup much these days because of the pandemic. And so like the fact that I actually washed my hair and did my makeup is like, wow, she really made an effort because I love you. And I want you to see me at my best because when I do my YouTube lives, no makeup, haven't washed my hair, wearing a ball cap, it's not even the same. I talked about in a previous video, I can't remember which one it was, but I talked about in a previous video that the month of December was mostly off plan for me, and I experienced a tremendous setback because I had what we call post-event collapse syndrome, where I went on vacation and then I went on 2 different back-to-back vacations. One was our 10-year anniversary beachfront resort vacation for a full weekend. I stayed bright. Then I went to Disney World and stayed bright for 4 days, and then came back, went out to dinner with my husband 2 days after all of those trips, and they brought chips to my table and I said, please take those away. They brought them back later on and I just dove in face first, and then I was off plan for like 4 weeks. So I had lost 20 pounds on Bright Light Eating. I gained back 10 because when I go into binge eating mode, it is scary. Like I will binge eat so much food. And so I gained back 10 pounds very quickly. So that was like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But then I have started back up like right before Christmas, I think like December 20th or so. I got back on track and I was able to just, stay bright the whole time. And I've stayed bright since then. And now I'm down. I started Bright Light Eating at 188.8. So I'm down 158. Is that 32 pounds on Bright? 32.2 pounds, something like that. So the majority of my 53 pounds is through Bright Line Eating. More than half of my weight loss has been through Bright Line Eating. The first program I did was Weight Watchers, where I had gotten down 40 pounds on that, but I was like up and down, up and down. I binged a lot. I feel that the program wasn't structured enough. Great program for somebody else, not a great program for me. So I'm not against Weight Watchers. I'm like, you're fine. You know, it's a great program, better than nothing, you know. Oprah does it. But for someone like me that has an addictable brain, and I'm a 10 out of 10 on the susceptibility scale for food addiction, I can't do Weight Watchers because it allows me too much freedom, and I just take advantage of it and I just go binge. So that's all I'll say about that. Last weekend, I did want to tell you guys, I did an experiment with wine. So Dr. Susan Pierce Thompson, the founder of Bright Light Eating, has said before, she never denies anybody their experiments. And I was out to dinner with a friend. We were at an Italian restaurant, and I was super good about ordering. I got like the caprese salad. I got like a spaghetti squash with cheese. Like, I was super bright. I didn't weigh or measure my food, but I was like, I just ate a ton of vegetables. I went ahead and ordered a glass of wine as an experiment. I had accidentally skipped my fruit at lunch, and I was like, okay, I skipped the fruit. I will have a glass of wine, and I don't remember exactly how much I drank, but if I had to estimate, it would probably only be about 3 ounces. Maybe 4, but probably more like 3, because I literally just sipped it. And honestly, it might have even been as little as 2 ounces, because there was like, they gave me a glass, and I drank probably like half or less, and there was a lot left. And then they gave the extra, you know how they have like the extra pour in a little side little vase thing. I didn't touch that. I literally just had a little bit of wine, and I weighed the exact same the next morning that I did the day before. So I don't think that it affected me at all. I don't want to make that a regular habit. I am never personally triggered by alcohol. Alcohol and coffee are two things that do not trigger me. Like, I have food neutrality about those two things. I still drink coffee on Bright Line Eating. In the morning, I'll do either a cold brew and use part of my protein, 2 ounces of milk in that, or I'll do a hot cup of coffee and count as a condiment 2 tablespoons of unsweetened nut pod. And that's a creamer, and I don't know if it's technically allowed on Bright Line Eating, but it's made out of coconut cream, so I'm like, 2 tablespoons, 20 calories, I'm just gonna be like, whatevs. And I am a fast loser on Bright Line Eating. Like, I literally am like in the fastest category of losing, so I'm able to do things that I don't think I would allow myself to do if I were a slow loser. So there's that. By the way, if you were wondering, I'm 40 years old, just turned 40. I already told y'all, 5'2.5". I have 1 son. I think I told y'all that too. So those are my stats. Coffee, I already talked about. Going mostly vegetarian. All right, so let's talk about that. I think I've talked about this in other Bright Line Eating videos that I've done, but I'm going to talk about it again. So 2 out of 3 meals that I do a day, I do vegetarian. So 1 meal a day, sometimes I will even achieve vegan, like purely vegan. And sometimes that's breakfast. Like, sometimes I'll do oats, like 1 ounce of oats, 4 ounces of like almond milk, and then 1 ounce of pecans, and then like 6 ounces of banana and berries. And that's a vegan breakfast. And sometimes I'll do like a vegan lunch where it's like 6 ounces of beans, you know, 2 ounces of avocado, vegetables, and like fruit, and that's purely vegan. And sometimes I'll do that, you know. So I have my vegan meals, but mostly I'm vegetarian because I do allow myself eggs and dairy. And dinner, I will do meat. I would prefer not to do meat, but the reason that I do it is because I order a meal delivery subscription. It's called Ideal Nutrition. It's based out of South Florida, where I live. I live in West Palm Beach, Florida, and it comes to my doorstep, and it's just so easy. And it also is for my husband too, and my son, and they eat like the meatballs and, you know, the steak or whatever. So because of the convenience factor, I do that. I would like to do more vegetarian, because not so much health and the climate change factor, but because of the animal cruelty. Like, we know factory farming is not good, and I don't want to be a hippie about it, because I know you guys have all seen What the Health on Netflix, which was the game changer for me. I just feel like our planet and our health as humans will be overall better if we avoid animal products. I don't completely cut it out, and zero judgment on those of you who are like super meat eaters. Zero judgment. You do you, boo. I just feel like I lose weight faster, and I feel healthier and lighter, and I just feel better about myself if I don't eat a lot of meat. I would love to cut out meat completely, but again, for the convenience factor, I am in the struggling weeds of life right now because of the phase that I'm in with my toddler and just my full-time job and just everything that I've going on. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna do this little quick fix, and it's meat, and it's not my favorite, but it's, you know, it is what it is. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the ease of the program because I mentioned it earlier in this video, but it's so important that I want to mention it again. I am not white knuckling it. And other programs like Weight Watchers, I feel like I white knuckled it all the time. Because of the fact that Bright Line Eating removes your willpower from the equation, like you don't make decisions on the fly, you're better off. Now, I have gotten so good at this lifestyle that I kind of do, like I will every night write out what I will eat, and then the next day I kind of don't follow that. Like I am really bad. Like 99% of the time, I do not follow the plan that I have written down the night before. Like I'm just like writing stuff down, and then the next day I'm like, what's in the fridge? You know, but it is what it is. I still find success this way, and it hasn't really caused me any problems. So I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna leave that alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's me. So I just wanted to say that this is a program that I have found tremendous ease, and I don't white knuckle, and I'm so, so happy about that. It feels like my dreams are coming true. I'm getting skinny, and I have energy, and I look better in clothes, and I don't think about food at all. Like I just don't think about food. Like used to be, I would think about food all day. Even when I was on Weight Watchers, I would just think about food all day. The book says the average American makes 237 food choices a day, whereas on Bright Line Eating, your food choices are already made previously and you have set parameters. And so the message that the program's always telling you is there is freedom in boundaries. You know, like there is freedom in rules, and I can confess that for me, that is absolutely true. All right, so next let's talk about social support. So I have a Bright Line Eating mastermind group with 3 wonderful overachiever ladies. Like I am an overachiever. I always try really hard at everything I do, and I'm mostly successful. These women are also like that. We have all agreed that like we're successful in many areas of our life except weight loss. Why weight loss? And so because of Bright Line Eating, we have been supporting each other, and 2 out of the, it's funny because we're all different. 2 out of the 3 are doing a keto version of Bright Line Eating, like low carb. They took out the grain and the fruit, and they're finding success with that. Like it's working better for them, and they're able to stay compliant. The 4th, so I'm the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. The 4th, she I don't want to say cheats because that sounds bad, because she doesn't do the pure Bright Line Eating program. She does her own version, and she is a slow loser, you know, and I've told her, I'm like, if you follow the program perfectly, you will lose faster. But she's like, I just want to do it at my pace and do it the version that I like. So, you know, we can say it's bright-ish. It's not the pure Bright Line Eating program, but she allows herself a few bites here and there of food off plan, and she doesn't binge. Like she doesn't have the addictable brain that I have. So she's down, I feel like, 15 pounds, you know, and it's been slow, but I'm like, you lost 15 pounds. It's amazing. So that's working for her. I try to follow the program as written, with the exception of I had wine last weekend, you know, and I allow myself the nut pods. But other than that, I'm like by the book, you know, I do the weighing, measuring, I do exact, you know, if there's an 1/8 of an ounce above the 6 ounces of fruit I'm allowed, I will pinch it off. Like I'm super, super like rigid with the rules because I feel like I don't want to mess with that. When I do go out to eat, I do want to talk about a deviation. It's very rare. I don't go out to eat much because of the pandemic and safety and just, you know, whatevs. It's just easier to eat at home. But when I do go out, I actually do a keto version of Bright Line Eating because it's just easier. Like I will do, I've been out to eat twice this week because I had work stuff far away, and I packed my breakfast, but I was like, it would be ideal if I packed my lunch, but because it was a work event and I had my car packed full, I'm talking like packed full, like stuffed full with all kinds of stuff at the work event, and I had like 20,000 things to do for the work event, I literally was like, all I'm going to do is pack the breakfast and I will go eat lunch, like at McDonald's or somewhere. I'll get a salad. And so I ended up going to Cracker Barrel, and I had their grilled chicken salad with cheese and blue cheese dressing, and I didn't eat a fruit. I let myself have more than 1 tablespoon because 1 tablespoon of dressing is a fat. I let myself have, you know, probably 2 or 3 tablespoons. I didn't care. I was like, whatever, I'm not eating a fruit. And I was fine. I was satisfied. I was super full. And it didn't affect my weight loss. I still lost in 6 days. The past 6 days, I have lost 2.4 pounds in 6 days. So less than a week, 2.5 pounds almost. So, the keto style is easy for me, and I don't weigh and measure, and it's just something that I do. Pre-packing and meal prep. I am a big believer in meal prep. I don't always have the chance to do it this weekend. The whole reason I'm filming this video is because my friend is babysitting my son, and I have free time, so I'm like, all right, I can cook. I cooked dinner last night for my husband and me. I meal prepped 3 dinners for me, which is amazing. And then on Wednesday, I get a Gobble delivery. I don't know if you've heard of Gobble, the meal delivery service. They enticed me back because they're like, we'll give you a half price meal kit, you know, if you come back. And so I was like, all right, I'll come back for 1 week. So I get that. When I get Gobble, you know, I weigh and measure everything, you know, it's great. But I usually do the Ideal Nutrition, you know, meal delivery service because it's already pre-cooked and made, and that's the easiest thing to do. But I was like, let me just do Gobble this week and just, you know, have fun with that. So anyway, there's that. The meal prep makes so much of a difference, and I don't even have to talk about that much because you guys know that's just logical. If you meal prep, the decision making is completely gone. You open the fridge and you see all the things there. So this is the end of this video, and if you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram. I've been sharing a lot of my Brightline eating journey on there too. I do some Instagram stories about what I eat. Sometimes I'll take a picture of my plate and I'll use, you know, the hashtags and everything. So I do that. I haven't really gotten much into TikTok. I might get more into that later, but I'm just so busy. It's like all I can do to be on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So it is what it is. But meantime, I'm so grateful for you guys, for your support and all your lovely comments. Thank you. And for those of you who are considering Brightline eating because of me, like, know how honored I am by that. And it just touches my heart. Like, several of my friends have been like, I'm really looking into this. I'm like, I really hope you do it. It'll be so great. We can support each other. So anyway, that's all for this video. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.